There is a lot of momentum within the industry for higher and higher resolution, and the need to create stunning images using high dynamic range and wide color gamut. Telestream has introduced a range of tools to simplify monitoring of HDR within PRISM, the latest generation of waveform monitor for hybrid media applications for SDI and IP monitoring of video and audio signals. The use of false color within the picture display can be used to assist the user in determining the regions within the picture that are in the HDR region. From the picture configuration menu, select the false color for the luminance, and a range of colors from violet to red will be shown to highlight certain luma level regions within the picture display. These regions are configurable by the user, and in this case I've set a range of colors from 100 nits to 1000 nits. For my HDR zone, configured in steps from 100 nits to 203 nits, this is within the SDR region, colored in cyan, and then green, yellow, and orange are within the HDR region from 203 nits to 1000 nits, while everything above 1000 nits will be shown in red. One of the issues within HDR is to ensure that graphics are produced at the correct level when overlaid within the picture display. Here, in this example, I brought in a Telestream logo as a graphic into the image. Immediately with the false color overlay in the picture display, I can see this graphic is in red. That likely means it has a white background level at 100%, and this is not appropriate for HDR reference white levels, which should be in the cyan color between 100 to 203 nits, or in the green range between 203 nits to 260 nits in this case. Therefore, the graphic needs to be adjusted to the appropriate level for this HDR content, and false color can aid the user in visually checking the material easily. An important aspect is determining the area of the image that contributes to these regions. Within PRISM, the picture display has an area overlay. In this case, the brightest 1% of the image is shown in red, and the darkest 2% is shown in violet. The user can set their own thresholds for these values within the configuration menu to define their specific measurement. In this case, a 9% area has been defined, and this shows up as the pink color in the picture display. The user can also insert a measurement overlay window that provides values for the area, percentage threshold, brightest 1%, and darkest 2%, along with calculation for the contrast ratio and dynamic range from the image, allowing the user to easily make precise adjustments of their content. Another tool within PRISM for HDR is the use of the light meter function. You can enable this function within the configuration menu for the picture and enable up to 5 measurement crosshairs. The light value can be shown in either stops or nits, depending on the input gamma selected, and the user can then position the crosshairs at specific positions within the image to get direct readouts. For instance, in HDR, the user can position the cursor to the brightest and darkest spots within the image to get direct readouts in nit values. One of the applications for the light meter is to be able to measure the light level of 2 people within the scene, to check that each person is correctly balanced within the image and at a similar light level. The Telestream PRISM provides a useful tool set for monitoring your HDR content. From HDR graticules to the log scale of the Telestream stop display, or the variety of false color tools that can be overlaid in the picture display to help you visualize the HDR content. For more information or to arrange a demonstration, please contact your local Telestream sales representative.